Solitude is not merely the absence of company, but the profound presence of self in a sanctuary where the noise of the world finally begins to fade. In a world that never stops talking, the rare and quiet ability to sit in silence has become the ultimate luxury for the deeply reflected mind today. Take a breath and notice the stillness that surrounds you. This journey into the self requires nothing more than your presence and a willingness to listen closely. We often fear the quiet, yet it is only in the hush of our own company that we can truly hear the whispers of our most authentic soul. True wealth is not measured by the things we possess, but by the peace we find within when the external world demands all of our constant attention. Like a drop of dew containing the essence of the morning, your moments of solitude contain the seeds of your greatest wisdom and your most profound growth. To be alone is to be free from the expectations of others, allowing the architecture of your own thoughts to rise without the need for any validation. Each ripple of thought in the quiet mind reaches out toward the edges of our understanding, revealing the depth of a character forged in dedicated self-reflection. We begin this exploration by recognizing that solitude is a skill, a refined art form that distinguishes those who lead from those who merely follow others. Look around you and observe the spaces between things. Just as music requires the pause between notes, a meaningful life requires the space of total silence. There is a quiet rhythm to a life well lived, a cadence that only becomes audible when we step away from the relentless pace of modern societal expectations. As we dive into the signs of a deeply reflected mind, ask yourself if you have allowed your own inner garden to grow or remain quite hidden. Solitude is the school of genius. It is the place where ideas are born, where wounds are healed, and where the self is finally, fully discovered. Welcome to the art of productive solitude. Let us uncover the 6 signs that you possess a mind that has truly learned the power of reflection. This is not just about being alone. This is about becoming whole. Let us begin the journey into the architecture of your own extraordinary internal world. Sign 1 is a rich inner dialogue. Your mind is not a cage, but a cathedral of thought where you are both the priest and pilgrim. You do not fear your own thoughts. Instead, you curate them with the precision of a museum director, selecting only the most meaningful ideas for contemplation. When you are alone, you are never bored, because the conversation you have with yourself is more engaging than any external entertainment could ever hope to be. This internal dialogue is the foundation of self-awareness. It is how you process the complexities of existence and turn your experiences into lasting and deep wisdom. You treat your mind as a sacred space, a workshop where you refine your values and decide exactly how you want to show up in the world. A reflected mind knows that the most important relationship you will ever have is the one with your own consciousness, nurtured in the quiet of solitude. You ask yourself the difficult questions that others avoid, seeking truth rather than comfort, and finding strength in the answers that emerge from your inner depths. The inner voice of a reflected person is not one of criticism, but of curiosity. It seeks to understand, to evolve, and to find lasting meaning. In the silence, your intuition grows louder. You begin to trust the signals of your own heart more than the noisy opinions of the outside world. Your internal world is an expansive landscape filled with the echoes of great thinkers and the whispers of your own unique and evolving creative spirit. Today, this is sign 1, a mind that is a home, not a prison. You have mastered the art of talking to yourself with both honesty and grace.
Sign 2 is observation over reaction. You have learned to watch the world as if it were a cinematic masterpiece with detached and careful curiosity. While others rush to judge and react, you remain still. You notice the subtle nuances and the hidden shadows that most people ignore in their haste. Like the hawk on the branch, your gaze is wide and your focus is sharp. You see the patterns of life unfolding without the need to interfere. You understand that truth often hides in the details. By observing without fantasy, you gain a perspective that is both grounded in reality and deeply profound. There is a power in being a witness. By slowing down your reaction time, you create a space where wisdom can actually replace your impulsive emotional responses. This sign of reflection shows a high level of emotional intelligence. You recognize that not every thought or event requires your immediate and loud participation today.
You find beauty in the mundane. A shifting shadow or a falling leaf is enough to trigger a cascade of meaningful thought and quiet appreciation within. Observation is the bridge between the self and the universe. It is the practice of seeing things as they truly are, rather than how we wish. When you observe without judgment, you free yourself from the burden of being right. You become a student of life, always learning, always growing in peace. This ability to watch and wait is the mark of a seasoned mind. It is the hallmark of someone who has mastered their own inner world. Sign 2. Your silence is your strength. You see more by saying less, and you understand more by simply watching the world pass by you. Sign 3. You are comfortable with the void. You do not feel the desperate need to reach for your phone to escape a quiet moment. For most, silence is a vacuum that must be filled with noise. For you, silence is a presence that is full and heavy with deep meaning. You can sit in an empty room and feel perfectly at home. You don't need external stimuli to validate your existence or to occupy your restless mind. The void is not empty. It is a space for potential. It is where you find the clarity that is often drowned out by modern distractions. You understand that boredom is the gateway to creativity. By allowing yourself to be bored, you allow your mind to wander into new and unexplored territories. A reflected mind does not fear the lack of stimulation. It uses the quiet to recharge and to recalibrate its internal compass toward what truly matters. You are the master of your attention. You decide when to engage and when to simply be, standing firm in the center of your own quiet. The ability to be alone without being lonely is a superpower. It means you have found a companion in yourself that is enough for any journey. You let the silence speak its own language, a language of deep knowing that transcends words and connects you to the core of your being. Today, in the void, you find the truth that is often hidden by the noise of desire and the constant pursuit of more things and more attention. Sign 3. You have conquered the fear of nothingness. You have found that in the center of the void, there is everything you actually need. Sign 4 is emotional sovereignty. You have the rare ability to process your own pain in the shadows so you can walk in the light. You do not outsource your healing. You don't look for others to fix your internal world or to carry the weight of your own struggles. Like the ocean washing the shore, you let your reflections cleanse your spirit, turning old wounds into the salt and wisdom of a life experienced. You understand that emotions are visitors, not residents. You welcome them, listen to their message,
and then let them go when their time has passed. Your emotional independence is not a sign of coldness, but of maturity. You know how to hold space for yourself when things get truly difficult. By processing your feelings in solitude, you prevent your trauma from becoming someone else's burden, walking through the world with a light and clear heart. You have done the hard work of self-forgiveness. You have looked at your mistakes in the mirror of the quiet and found the path forward. Sovereignty means you are the ruler of your internal state. External events may shake the surface, but the depths of your sea remain eternally calm. In the silence of your own reflection, you find the strength to stay centered, even when the world around you is caught in a storm. You carry no baggage because you have learned the art of letting go. Every morning is a fresh canvas for your deeply reflected and peaceful mind. Sign 4. You are your own healer. You have found the power that comes from facing your shadows alone and emerging into the bright light. Sign 5 is productive alchemy. You have the ability to transform the weight of loneliness into the gold of art and creative and meaningful breakthroughs. For you, being alone is not a state of lack, but a state of abundance. It is the raw material from which you build your best. Your creativity is not a hobby. It is a response to the depth of your thoughts. You channel your energy into things that will outlast you. You understand that greatness requires isolation. The most important ideas are not found in the crowd, but in the quiet focus of the solitary studio. You turn your observations into insights, and your insights into action. Every moment of solitude is an investment in your own unique and creative vision.
This is productive solitude. It is the act of using your own company to create something of value, whether it's a poem, a business, or a life. You don't need the world to watch you work. The joy is in the process, in the quiet dialogue between your hands and your creative heart. You have learned to trust your own instincts. In the absence of external noise, your creative voice becomes clear, confident, and truly original in its form. Productive alchemy is the mark of a mind that has found its purpose. You are not just thinking, you are building a legacy in the quiet. You are never truly alone when you are creating. You are in the company of your own potential, bringing something new and beautiful into the world. Your work reflects your soul. It is a mirror of the time you have spent in reflection, showing the depth that others can feel but not explain. Sign 5. Your solitude is fertile. You have mastered the art of turning your inner world into an outer reality that truly and deeply inspires. Sign 6 is cosmic perspective. You realize you are a small but essential part of a grand design that stretches far beyond your own life. This realization does not diminish you, it expands you. It gives you a sense of belonging to something vast, ancient, and incredibly and deeply beautiful. In the silence of the night, you feel the connection between the atoms in your body and the stars in the distant and unknown galaxies above. You understand that your problems, while real, are small in the context of time and space. This perspective brings a profound and lasting sense of peace. You don't seek to conquer the world, you seek to harmonize with it. You recognize that you are a temporary guest in a timeless and grand theater. This sign of reflection is the ultimate form of wisdom. It is the ability to see the sacred in the ordinary and the infinite in the small. You are not bothered by the trivialities of daily life because your mind is fixed on the bigger picture, the long game of the human soul. You find meaning in your connection to all living things.
You are part of the web of life, a thread in the tapestry of the universe. You feel a responsibility to the whole. Your reflected mind leads you to live with more compassion, more kindness, and a deeper sense of global stewardship. The cosmic perspective is a cure for the ego. It reminds us that we are here to serve, to learn, and to appreciate the mystery of it. In the quiet of the high peaks, you hear the music of the spheres. You find a resonance that fills your heart with a quiet, steady joy. You embrace the impermanence of life. Instead of fearing the end, you celebrate the opportunity to have been part of the story at all today. You are a witness to the miracle of being. This realization is the final anchor for your mind, keeping you steady in a world of constant change. You are at home in the cosmos. You have found your place in the grand design, and it is a place of profound and lasting quiet strength. Sign 6. You have found your true home. You are a citizen of the universe, and your mind is as wide as the night sky itself. We return now to the beginning, but with a new understanding. The art of solitude is the most important skill you can ever choose to develop. Solitude is not a place you go, but a state of being you carry with you. It is the fortress of your peace in a chaotic world. As you have seen, a deeply reflected mind is marked by internal dialogue, careful observation, a comfort with the void, and an incredible sovereignty over emotions.
It is also marked by the ability to turn loneliness into creative action, and the wisdom to see ourselves within the context of the entire cosmic design. These are not just signs, they are invitations. Invitations to live a life that is deeper, richer, and more aligned with your own true and authentic nature. Think back to the moments in your life when you felt the most clear. Were you in a crowd, or were you standing in the quiet of yourself? The answers you seek are already within you. Solitude is simply the environment that allows those answers to rise to the surface of your conscious mind. Don't fear the quiet. Don't run from the void. Embrace the stillness, for it is the most honest mirror you will ever find in this entire life. Protect your peace with the same intensity that you protect your most valuable possessions. Your internal state is your only true and lasting home in existence. You are the architect of your own mind. Use the tools of reflection to build something beautiful, something strong, and something that is truly and uniquely yours. Remember that solitude is the school of genius. It is where the great ideas are born, and where the soul finds its most powerful and clear voice. In the depth of your own reflection, you will eventually find the world. Not the world of noise, but the world of meaning and true connection. Thank you for joining us in this journey through the stillness. We hope these signs have helped you recognize the beauty of your own reflected and quiet. The art of productive solitude is a lifelong practice. Start today by taking just 10 minutes to sit in the silence and simply and purely be. Notice the thoughts that arise. Observe the feelings that surface. Don't judge them, just watch them, like shadows dancing on the wall of your own mind. This is the beginning of wisdom. This is the start of a more intentional and deeply reflected life that will change everything about how you see. As you move back into the world of noise, carry the quiet of this moment with you. Let it be your anchor in the storms of life. The journey of reflection
never truly ends. It is a path that leads deeper and deeper into the heart of what it means to be truly human. Find your cabin. Find your forest. Find your mountain. Find the place where your soul can finally breathe, and where your mind can finally find rest. You are a deeply reflected mind. You are a master of solitude. You are a light in a world that often forgets how to be still. Keep that spark of awareness alive. Let it guide you through the darkness and lead you to the truth that lies within your own extraordinary and quiet. Protect your peace above all else. It is your most sacred duty to yourself and to the world that so desperately needs your quiet and strength. The universe is listening. Are you? The silence has so much to tell you. If only you would take the time to truly and deeply listen. Breathe in the quiet. Breathe out the noise. You are here. You are present. You are whole. This is the art of productive solitude in practice. Thank you for being here in the stillness. May your reflections always lead you to the peace and the clarity that you so deeply and truly. Until next time, remember that the greatest journey is the one that leads you back to yourself. Walk that path with courage and with infinite. Go now and find the world in the depth of your own reflection. The silence is waiting for you. The peace is already yours to hold.